Big changes don't come from giant leaps. They come from small, steady steps taken day after day. Too often, we wait for the perfect moment or the dramatic breakthrough, forgetting that transformation is hidden in the little choices we make daily. Today, I want to share with you how those small steps, when taken with courage, faith, and persistence, create the big shifts that redefine your entire life. Step 1, the power of consistency. There is a quiet force that shapes destinies, builds empires, and transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary ones. That force is consistency. Too often, people believe that success comes from sudden breakthroughs or dramatic leaps forward. But the truth is far more subtle and far more encouraging. Greatness is born not in a single burst of effort, but in the steady rhythm of daily commitment. When you choose to show up every single day, even in the smallest way, you create momentum that cannot be denied. Consistency is the invisible architect of achievement, slowly laying the bricks of progress until one day you stand before a structure you never dreamed you could build. Think about the way water carves through stone. A single drop seems insignificant, but repeated over time, it can split rock and shape valleys. That is the power of consistent action. It doesn't matter how small the step appears to be, because when it is repeated with persistence, it compounds into something much greater than its size. Each choice, each effort, each moment of discipline is a stroke of the hammer against the stone, until finally breakthrough comes. The world may not notice your small steps today, but consistency ensures that tomorrow they will see the results written clearly across your life. Consistency is also the key to self-respect. Every time you keep your promise to yourself, you strengthen your character and deepen your belief in what you are capable of. Trust is not built overnight, and neither is self-confidence. Both grow when you prove day by day that you can be counted on to honor your commitments. The power of consistency is not only in what it builds on the outside, but in the strength it awakens within. Step 2, courage in the beginning. Every great journey begins with a single step, and often that step requires more courage than all the others that follow. The first move into something new can feel heavy, uncertain, and even frightening because it demands that you leave behind the comfort of what you know. Fear whispers that you are not ready, that you are too small, too weak, too unprepared to face what lies ahead. But the truth is, no one is ever completely ready. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward in spite of it. In the beginning, when doubts are loud and obstacles look bigger than your strength, courage becomes the light that guides your first steps into unfamiliar territory. It is in those first moments of beginning that most people quit before they truly start. They wait for perfect conditions, for absolute certainty, for a guarantee of success. But those things never come. What carries you across the threshold is not certainty, but courage. A small, trembling step forward can shift the entire direction of your life. That first attempt, that initial risk, holds the power to unlock doors that would otherwise remain closed forever. Once you step forward, you find that the ground beneath you is stronger than you imagined, and the fears that seemed so overwhelming begin to shrink in the face of action. Courage at the beginning plants a seed of momentum. Even if your step feels small, even if your effort seems fragile, it sets something in motion that grows with each passing day. Without that starting push, consistency cannot exist, growth cannot unfold, and victory cannot be achieved. The beginning always demands bravery, but it is that very bravery that creates the foundation for everything else to follow. Step 3, faith in the process. There comes a time in every journey when results are not yet visible, when your efforts feel small and the harvest seems far away. It is in those moments that faith in the process becomes essential. Faith is the quiet confidence that what you are doing today will bear fruit tomorrow, even if you cannot yet see it. Just as a farmer plants seeds in the soil and trusts that beneath the ground life is stirring, you too must trust that your daily steps are creating changes you cannot yet measure. The world may tell you it is pointless, that nothing is happening, but faith allows you to press on, believing that unseen growth is already at work. Faith in the process is not blind optimism. It is a choice to believe in the power of small, repeated actions. It is knowing that every page you read, every effort you make, every discipline you practice is adding to something far greater than what is immediately visible. The process may feel slow, and impatience may tempt you to quit. But faith whispers that progress is being written line by line into your story. Faith strengthens your endurance, allowing you to keep going when others give up too soon. And it reminds you that transformation is not always loud or dramatic. It is often quiet, steady, and hidden until the right moment. There is freedom in trusting the process because it releases you from the pressure of instant results. When you place your confidence in steady effort and divine timing, you find peace in knowing that every small step is moving you closer to where you are meant to be. Faith carries you through the seasons of waiting and keeps your heart strong until the shift finally reveals itself. Step 4, the ripple effect. Every action we take, no matter how small, creates a ripple that extends far beyond what we can immediately see. A kind word spoken in passing, a habit practiced daily, a decision to rise a little earlier and give your best effort. All of these choices may seem insignificant in the moment, yet they set in motion waves of influence that travel farther than you realize. Just as a stone tossed into a still pond creates ripples that spread outward in every direction, your smallest steps of growth and discipline create shifts not only in your own life, but in the lives of those around you. The impact begins quietly, but over time it multiplies, reaching places you never imagined. When you decide to take even the simplest step forward, you are not only shaping your own destiny, you are inspiring others. Someone is always watching, whether it is your family, your friends, or even strangers who observe your example. Your courage to begin, your consistency to continue, and your faith to endure sends out ripples that encourage others to rise as well. Change is contagious, and often one person's decision to improve becomes the spark that lights transformation in a whole community. The ripple effect reminds us that no action is ever wasted because influence flows outward in ways we cannot measure. What makes the ripple effect so powerful is that it compounds over time. One small victory leads to another, one habit strengthens the next, and slowly a wave of transformation builds until it carries you further than your original effort ever could. What began as a single step eventually becomes a force of momentum, shaping not just your path, but the paths of countless others who are touched by the example you set. Step 5, patience and persistence. True growth is not a sprint. It is a long and steady walk. Patience and persistence are the twin virtues that carry you through the valleys of delay and the mountains of difficulty. Patience reminds you that everything worth building takes time, and persistence gives you the strength to keep moving forward even when progress feels painfully slow. Together, they form a shield against discouragement, helping you endure seasons when results are invisible and the temptation to give up is strong. Without patience, you grow restless. Without persistence, you lose heart. But when you hold on to both, you discover that steady progress is more powerful than any burst of short-lived effort. Patience teaches you to trust the timing of life. It whispers that seeds do not bear fruit the day they are planted, and that rushing the process only leads to disappointment. Persistence, on the other hand, gives you the will to keep watering those seeds day after day, even when nothing seems to be happening. It is easy to quit when the harvest delays, but persistence refuses to let effort be wasted. Together, patience and persistence assure you that time is your ally, not your enemy, and that every effort you make is quietly adding up to something greater than what you can see in the moment. When storms come, and they always do, patience calms the heart while persistence strengthens the will. They allow you to endure setbacks without surrendering your vision. Many people fail not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they lack the patience to wait and the persistence to continue. The combination of both creates resilience, the kind of strength that guarantees eventual breakthrough, no matter how long the journey may take. Step 6, victory in the long run. Lasting success is never defined by how quickly you begin, but by how faithfully you endure. Victory in the long run belongs to those who refuse to be swayed by temporary setbacks or short-lived failures. It is easy to be motivated at the start when energy is high and the vision feels exciting, but what truly matters is what happens after the excitement fades. The long run tests your character, your discipline, and your determination. It separates those who only dream from those who are willing to keep going until the dream becomes reality. Victory comes not to the swift, but to the steadfast, to the one who learns how to keep moving forward long after others have given up. The long run demands resilience because life will not hand you success without testing your resolve. There will be seasons where progress is slow, where results seem distant, and where obstacles stand like giants in your path. But every struggle endured, every challenge faced, becomes part of the strength that carries you forward. Victory is not just about reaching the destination, it is also about who you become along the way. The long run shapes you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable than you were at the beginning. Each setback endured builds the foundation for a breakthrough yet to come. Victory in the long run is also about perspective. It teaches you that winning does not always mean instant triumph, but rather the ability to keep rising each time you fall. What looks like defeat today often becomes the very lesson that secures your success tomorrow. Those who understand this truth walk with quiet confidence, knowing that the journey itself is shaping their destiny. The finish line belongs to those who keep moving step after step until perseverance delivers the prize. So remember this, your future is not built in one giant leap, but in the quiet power of small, consistent steps. Every choice you make, every effort you repeat, every bit of courage you show becomes part of a ripple that transforms your life. Do not despise the small beginnings, because hidden in them are the seeds of great victories. If you stay patient, persistent, and faithful to the process, the big shifts will come. And when they do, you will look back and realize that the little steps you took were never little at all.